When the whistle blew, I punched my time card and drove home bleary-eyed after a long shift unloading cargo at the docks. There was no greeting at the door, no dinner waiting on the counter. My daughter, Chelsea, usually home by 4, was nowhere to be found. No note left behind. Car keys still dangling on the hook. I tried her cell phone. Received no answer. I was puzzled, but not overly worried. She was 18, street smart, capable of taking care of herself. I watched some late-night television and went to bed. When she still hadn't come home by morning, I called the police. I called her boss, her friends, canvassed the neighborhood. No one had seen her, except for Tommy, the bespectacled 5-year-old asthmatic who lived with his stripper mother in the duplex next door. He had seen Chelsea the night she went missing, in front of the house, looking nervous before climbing into a green Corvette. "Are you sure that's what you saw?" I demanded. The boy nodded.
A green Corvette.
The police figured it was some secret boyfriend of hers, someone I wouldn't approve of. Maybe they'd run off together. It was a week before they found her. Naked, wrapped in plastic, bruised wrists, missing teeth, dumped in the ravine by the railroad. Dead. I looked up every green Corvette in the city. There were surprisingly few. An old woman on Clarence, who inherited a green Corvette from her decades-dead husband. A young hothead uptown, who wrecked his green Corvette in a street race 2 months ago. And then there was Gerard. I remembered when he moved into the neighborhood, how he knocked on our door and introduced himself, as per his court instructions. The police told me they'd investigated him, that he had been squeaky clean since his last arrest, and that he was in fact with his parole officer the night Chelsea was abducted. Bullshit. I took my frustration out at the gym, on punching bags, for hours. I'd fumed to the other stevedores about him. Friends in low places offered to take care of him for me. I refused. Then one night, I found myself parking outside of his house. I watched him through the windows, eating cold pizza in his underwear, the TV flickering dirty movies. I found myself, surreptitiously, pulling on rubber gloves and turning the back doorknob. When I got home, Tommy, the neighbor boy, was smashing Tonka trucks in my driveway.
What's on your shoes?
He asked as I stalked past him. I swallowed hard, but kept my cool as I wiped the evidence on the grass. "Don't worry about it, kid."
You didn't get it all off.
He called after me as I mounted the front steps.
Your shoes are still all green.
That stopped me. Green? I stepped under the streetlight, inches from Tommy's face.
Yeah. There's green stuff all over them,
he repeated. But my shoes were in fact splattered in a vibrant and sickening shade of burgundy red.